Hi, I'm Dr. Seibel, professor at the University of Massachusetts Medical School and director of the Complicated Menopause program there. I want to talk to you today about something that I think is very important. It's called perimenopause. Now, the word peri means around, like perimeter means around a circle. And it means the window of time leading up to menopause. That could be as much as 10 years, and it could be as little as 1 year. But there's a gradual transition where there's a beginning of change from the reproductive years towards that window of time beyond reproduction and into menopause. Now, you know, a lot of women that I see will tell me, wow, I was having these wicked mood swings. I thought I was having like this raging PMS. I was going to see a psychiatrist. I didn't know what was the matter with me. I was getting a little depressed, a little weepy. Other women will say, oh my goodness, I was having these palpitations in my chest. I went to see a cardiologist. I didn't know what was the matter. They were doing EKGs and all kinds of things like that. Another woman might say, wow, you know, I just don't sleep anymore. I was going to see a sleep specialist to talk about that. I couldn't fall asleep. I had a lot of things on my mind and I was waking up early. Another woman may say, you know, I was thinking about seeing a sex specialist because I was starting to have changes in my libido and my sex drive. I was starting to have vaginal dryness. I didn't know what was the matter with me. Well, if some of this sounds familiar to you, you might want to talk to your gynecologist and get a blood test called FSH, or follicle stimulating hormone. FSH is a hormone that's made in the pituitary gland. That's a gland located just at the base of the brain right here. And it produces a hormone that makes follicles in the ovary. And the follicle is that little fluid-filled sac that contains an egg. But as you get closer towards menopause, the number of eggs reduce and the ability for the ovary to make eggs is less. So the FSH has to talk louder in order to make the ovaries make an egg. That elevated FSH is a real clue that you are entering perimenopause, and it's a real good way to understand all of those feelings you've been having, those symptoms you've been having that make you think you're either going crazy, or you can't sleep, or your sex drive is finished, or you're having heart problems. And all it takes is a simple blood test. Typically, that blood test will be elevated, not to the highest range, but somewhere around 2 times normal. It may be 15 or 18 or 20 or a little bit higher milli-international units per ml. So, if you're noticing that you're in the late 30s, early to mid 40s, late 40s, starting to have those symptoms, talk to your doctor about getting an FSH and talk to them about whether or not you could be in perimenopause.